Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. You clicked on to the long-range weather forecast discussion for April 7th to 21st. For April 7th to 11th, we have an omega block pattern across the country. And you can see we have a trough here over the east, and we have our upper ridge over eastern and central Canada. Now, the southern stream will be the most dominant, and we'll get into that later, and you'll see why. But here's the southern stream, here's the northern stream. Now, we have an upper low that is forecast to track into the plains. Now, we'll take a look at the upper low at the satellite picture. Here's our upper low. Right, this will move west into the plains and then lift northeastward, accompanied by a surface frontal system that could bring chance of showers to parts of the central states in Ohio Valley and lower Mississippi Valley on Monday. We'll look at that. So that's our upper low, and here we are at the system here, 7th to the 11th, and then you'll see like it'll bring some moisture to that region. Now the next upper low will slide down the west coast, and we'll take a look at that at satellite imagery. Here's our next upper low. That'll sink southward along the California coast and early next week and move into the south central states by the midweek period. We'll look at that. So in the midweek period, here we are Tuesday, Wednesday. Here's our next system, and that'll lift northeast. That'll track along the Gulf Coast, and this will bring some heavy rainfall here. Now we'll take a look at the rainfall totals for this region. All right, we'll back it up a little bit, 7th to the 11th, and you can see we have 1 inch totals here. This is in 12-hour periods. Then we go to the next period, then 8 p.m. Then we have pockets of heavy rainfall, 2 inches across parts of the lower Mississippi Valley, another 1 to 2 inches, and then it lifts northeastward. Now that's the GFS. We'll look at the European. This is European, and that is a little similar, about 1 inches, 2 inches. This could be a multi-day event. Some pockets of heavier rain there. And then we go forward in time, and you see another inch or so across that region. And this will cause a weather system to develop. And we'll go back to look at that, the surface. See down here in the lower Mississippi Valley, this will bring rain and storms to the region. Okay, so that's our next weather maker here. This will bring some heavy rain across that area. Okay, we're going to look at the period now for April 12th to 16th. And we have a ridge that builds into the west, nearly zonal flow across the remainder of the country with above normal heights. So for this forecast period, I am calling for, let's see if it switches. Nope. Calling for above normal temperatures here, and I'm calling for anomalies be as much as 10 degrees above normal, mainly here across the Great Lakes region, parts of the Midwest. Below normal temperature forecast here, with the anomalies of 4 to 6 degrees below normal. And for precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation here. And for this region, probability of occurrence 35%. And then we have above normal precipitation for a large area here, and the probability of occurrence is about 35%. Now we're going to look at the period for April 17th to 21st. And there's a little overall change in the pattern. You can see more of a zonal flow here, trough trying to build in here to the west. But all in all, mainly a zonal flow with above normal heights. So the forecast hasn't changed. So for this forecast period, calling for above normal temperatures for all of the country, all of the nation, with the numbers as high as 10 degrees above normal in some locations. And for precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation here. And for this region, probability of occurrence is 35%. And we have below normal precipitation here. And the probability of occurrence is nearly 40%. That's the long range weather forecast discussion for April 7th to 21st. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.